Rise Over Run Vancouver here. We got the amazing opportunity to sit down with the CEO of Uplift Fitness, my man, Jay Morales.
What's up,
Thank you for
man?
coming on the show
Yeah,
today.
absolutely. Thank you for having me.
This is a pleasure, brother. So why don't we just start with, why don't you share a little bit about your story, your journey, and how you got into fitness itself? Why don't we start there?
Well, I got into fitness at a very early age. I think around 10 or 11 years old, looking up to heroes like Jean-Claude Van Damme at the time, wanting to look like him, wanting to be like him. And fitness has always been a part of my life. And so my dad started bringing me to the gym. I wanted to pack on a little bit more weight. My journey has been fluent with fitness since then. Bodybuilding, trying to gain size and trying to successfully bulk and successfully cut, leading into towards my late 20s when I started Uplift Fitness in 2017.
Amazing. So
Yeah.
that is would that be 5 years?
Around 6 years, yeah.
6 years.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
awesome, man. So 6 years in business.
Yeah.
So you got into fitness when you were around 10 years old.
Yeah.
Now, did you just get into personal training or did you go to school? Or how did that look?
So what happened was Uplift Fitness Burnaby, which is our very first location. We have two locations, the other one located in East Vancouver. This used to be a protein and supplement shop that I used to work part-time at.
Okay.
Prior to, I worked as a nurse for 10 years. And after hours here, I would move everything aside and I would train people for boxing because I used to box. And I used to hold mitts for them. And so the guy that had owned this business asked, if I wanted to take the place over simply because he was shutting the business down.
Okay. So
And I was training at least 2 to 3 people at the time.
that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So it was a supplement store. You
Yes.
moved the supplements to the
That's
side
right.
and start training boxing.
That's right. I want to have like a little square area in here.
That's awesome,
Yeah.
man. I saw some of your videos last night. You
Yes.
guys training, hitting the pads.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing work, man. I can't wait to get involved with that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
I need to put on some weight myself, to be
Oh,
honest,
man.
so I'm looking forward
I'll
to
help you with that.
Yes, let's get it. So now why don't you just share from personal training to business, what inspired you to actually, now I know you shared that you had the supplement store, you wanted to take it over, but what inspired you to actually own your own gym? Because that's a big step from employment, from nursing to owning your own business. So what really triggered that? Just how things flew?
The innate feeling of just wanting to really help people. I mean, I found that through my career in nursing, but the way I wanted to approach that was through what I was passionate about, which was, fitness. And I said, hey, I know a lot of people that would like my help. I'm full of energy, right?
Yes, I love your energy, brother.
I can see people all day and just really wanting to take that route and start a little business where I have people that I can help the way I want to, making them feel welcome, making them feel well accommodated to, making them feel special, right? That's how I felt growing up. That's how my dad made me feel whenever I would go to the gym with him. So I just wanted to share what I felt growing up when it came to health and fitness and to let people know, man, there's always someone out there that truly wants to help. And Uplift Fitness would be an amazing way to find a group of those people that will help you through any types of health and fitness goals or challenges that you may have.
Yes.
So,
and what I just love the energy in your community,
Yeah,
the community
thank you.
that you're building. You guys have to check out the Instagram page, Uplift Fitness, Pretty Boy Jay. Can you share with us some of the steps that it took to get the gym open, to get the business to where it is today, for any individuals who may have been thinking about this themselves?
trial and error and the pure willingness to really follow what your heart has desired. And in my case, my heart desired the wanting to help people I was finding was my true, not just passion, but purpose.
Purpose, yeah.
So when I was aligned with what I knew my purpose was, I kind of just trusted the process going into it with no idea of how to run a business whatsoever. And to be completely transparent, I had $0 in the bank account to make this happen.
Let's go.
Yeah, I I tried to go the normal way of how our society tells you and gives you advice and suggestions on, is to go to the bank, get a loan, okay, and to do it that way. Every bank I went to has turned me down because I didn't have a business plan.
Mm-hmm.
I just had passion and purpose. Passion and purpose and the idea. So I had no idea how I was going to run this. I had my own personal money. I purchased weights, some equipment of what I could, 2 yoga mats that were used, a few different weights that were my personal ones that were from different brands and different colors. And I was grinding it out with weights. The heaviest weight I had was probably 15 pounds. And I where there's a will, there's a way. I started to develop clients, and I did that for a full year straight until I started saving up enough money to purchase what we have today.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
And that's 2 locations.
That's 2 locations.
Well. So that's awesome, man. And like, there's no perfect beginning. There's no easy way to get started.
Yeah.
I love what you shared. Passion and purpose. Take something you're passionate about. How are you going to add value to the community and help people with that passion?
Yeah.
Love it. But getting your business started, there's no secret trick of getting investors, or going to the bank and getting a loan. It's not that easy. You've got to make the sacrifices, and it takes the discipline to save and work towards that goal.
Yeah, and it was definitely something extremely nerve-wracking, simply because I didn't know how I was going to make rent, right? And I was for sure not going to be taking it out of my personal bank account. So that was definitely a driver for me at the time. But I had to do what I had to do in order to promote and market my business, which was basically work full-time at my nursing job at the time, full-time here afterwards, right? And full-time being on Instagram promoting what I can and what I could.
It's just pretty much 22-hour day.
Yeah. Yeah. And just blood, sweat, and tears. But good ones. Good ones.
It's all worth it.
It's all worth it.
And if you have that passion for what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work. You want to be doing that.
100%. I mean, I have attachment issues to this place. I can't not be here for a day. Like I have to be here to start my day well. Right?
I love it, man.
Yeah.
And that really shows you care.
Yes,
it really shows
I do.
You care about the community, the people you're working with.
Yes.
Starting out your business and taking these steps, right? The blood, sweat, and tears, not having a business plan. There must have been some fears there that you had to overcome to pursue this.
Yes.
So I can guarantee you there's many scary moments along that journey.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you share with us some of the biggest fears that you had while pursuing this, and how you were actually able to overcome those fears and just keep going?
Number one was, how was I going to make rent without enough clients? Number 2, where am I going to find trainers that are going to want to work with me versus other places like Steve Nash that was open at the time, just 5 minutes from here. Anytime Fitness across the street. So much competition, or other people that have been in the game longer than me, other personal trainers. How am I going to top these guys? Right? Those were a lot of fears that came into mind, and I almost had to learn how to ignore the fears, but use it as fuel to get me to where I needed to get to. And with that, just trying to ignore the noises externally and the noises in my head is how I got through it.
Now, that's an awesome insight, and that's a perfect example of you either can fear everything and run, or face everything and rise.
That's right. That's right.
So that's a perfect example. One thing I want to mention is that you mentioned that there was Steve Nash just down the street, right, which is a huge corporation at the time. Then you have Anytime Fitness, which is also pretty much across the street.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, when they think about getting in the business, I know a lot of people's fear or excuse maybe, it is everything is oversaturated.
Yeah,
Real estate's oversaturated. There's a
yeah,
gym on every corner. There's a barber shop on every
that's
corner.
right.
It's about what can you bring to the table
Yeah,
that is different,
exactly.
that makes you different than the competition. What's the best thing about running Uplift Fitness?
The people. The best thing about running Uplift Fitness is all about the people. Um, Money can't buy the feeling that you get when clients are saying, "Thank you, I really needed that. Thank you, I was really having a bad day. My session was all I was looking forward to today. Um, Thank you for changing my life." Like money can't buy these words, man. Money
No.
can't buy that feeling that you get knowing that this business you had started helped those people feel that way. And I'm like, hey, you know what? We're creating a community and a place where people are feeling this way. This is exactly the type of community I would want to step into um, if I had any health and fitness goals, right? And it is. It is one. We've created it. It's the atmosphere here. So this is why our clients choose to want to come train with us, and why some people just after their sessions they just decide they want to hang out here for a bit because they just love the energy. One of these days we're going to get a bigger spot, but it's not about the size of the studio, man. It's about the quality of service that you guys are giving out here, and it's the type of quality of the people that we have with us as well.
Definitely, man. And you know what? Sometimes when you have a bigger gym, bigger community,
Yeah.
it's not as one-on-one focused. It's not
Yes.
as personalized.
It's
So when
not.
you actually have a smaller gym like this, maybe more classes, it's
Yeah.
more personalized
It
to the
is.
people, to the class, and
It's much more intimate.
there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. Another thing I wanted to mention was how you mentioned the feeling you get when you're making the difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And one thing I always said is it feels great when you are achieving your goals. But you know what feels better? When you're helping others achieve theirs.
Yes.
There's no feeling in the world that can replace that.
No, 100%. 100%. I live for that, man. It's like winning the lottery every single day. And who wouldn't want that feeling, right? And knowing that you're helping people this way and actually making a huge change in their lives, I I live for that, right? And I'm going to continue doing that as much as I can for my staff and as much as I can for our community and as much as I can for our clients and for our future clients too.
And one thing we actually want to do, one thing we've been brainstorming is a Rise Over Run Vancouver community class with Uplift Fitness. So he has two locations, one in East Vancouver, one here in Burnaby. So depending on where you're located, we want to create an environment, a community where we can get the Rise Over Run community together and start accomplishing some goals, focusing on health, focusing on fitness, and just not just going through life together, but growing through life together. So that's something that we've been brainstorming. We have
Yes.
more information on that to come. I'm sure we can create something great with that. So I'm looking forward to discussing the details.
It's going to be fun. Details are going to be coming out soon. So stay tuned. We are going to be holding something amazing for all of you guys. Great place to learn about, your own health and fitness, and a great place to network, and a great place to have an amazing workout.
Yes, and this is actually a great opportunity also for anybody who may not have much knowledge on fitness or exercise, not just for the ones who are already doing it, but if this is something you've been thinking about for a while, maybe you've been struggling with being consistent or just struggling getting in there, this is a community that Jay runs that is very welcoming. You can see on the page it is a lot of fun, so it's not even going to feel like a workout. It's just going to feel like a good time. So I'm excited to see what we can do with that, Jay.
Me too. We're very excited.
All right, and so Jay, why don't you share with us one hardship, like one of your toughest adversities you faced while running and growing your business, and again, how were you able to overcome it?
I think it was the year of 2020 when we had our first lockdown and we were unsure if this business was going to survive. Yeah, it came to a point where we weren't allowed to run the business. Clients were just in dire need to get some type of exercise in. some type of workout in and had nowhere to do it. So that was huge.
Yeah, that's tough, man. And so many people faced like the
Yes.
toughest adversities throughout that year, and it's amazing to see that you're able to overcome it and you're still up and running. But yes, it's tough because it's not just about the workout, it's about getting in with the community.
Yes.
That's what keeps you going most of the time.
And you know, we had to, from there we had to improvise, and so we had started group fitness classes for everyone online, and we did it for free.
Wow.
Just to keep our community happy, keep our community positive. It was such a negative time for a lot of people, and we wanted to show what Uplift was really able to do during a time like that. If we were able to keep up with our energy and positivity, not let anything break us. So that was really a true testament to what we're all about, and how we didn't let something as negative as that affect our services.
Yes, your services and your community.
Yeah.
Let your test be your testimony.
That's right.
And that's amazing. You guys were willing to, you guys were struggling financially already, and then they're still, they still hop on and honor a free online class. So that's amazing of you guys. And God's definitely blessed you, and will continue to bless you for things like that. I love it, man. With all that being said, Jay, why don't you share with us now some advice you would have for anyone else out there that is looking to start a gym or even get into personal training, and that wants to turn their passion into a business? What advice do you have for them?
Write everything down. Write everything down. And really just share it with the people who you know are going to support you in what you want to do in your life. If it's just a passion, in my experience, it probably sounds like it's enough, but when you know that it's your purpose, you know it's going to be fine.
I love it, man. That's what it's really about, is taking what you're passionate about and how can you make that purposeful. And that's when you feel like you don't work a day in your life, when you're doing what you're supposed to be doing.
That's true.
So, now, for anyone who, again, they have that passion, they have that purpose, they know it's fitness, they want to go into personal training, or even start a gym location of some sort anywhere around the world. Say for anyone who has that passion and it may be fitness, and they want to turn it into a business of some sort, what advice do you have for them on what kind of steps they should be taking? So I know first thing you said, write it down, know what you're passionate about, how you can turn that into something purposeful. But what's some steps that they may need to take to turn it from a passion to a business?
If you're going to be running something with a storefront, definitely do your homework. Find a reliable realtor. A reliable realtor is everything. Having to tell the realtor what you need, what you're looking for. If you guys want an idea, Uplift Burnaby is no more than 1,100 square feet in here. And we've had and served over 2,500 clients since 2017.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Right? So there's a lot that can happen in a small studio like this. You just got to make everything fit like Tetris. You don't need a bigger space than that, is all I'm trying to say.
So just start out with what you can.
Yeah, start out with what you can.
Find a good realtor. Start out with just some space you can pretty much get stuff in there and just start.
Yes.
And then go from there.
And another thing to add is to save your money. Everything that Uplift has made since 2017 has been reinvested back into the business. 100% of it. Reinvest it back to the business. Keep investing it back into the business until it comes to a point where it's running comfortably on its own.
Yes, or I'd say till you're financially free.
Yes. Yes, and that's the ultimate goal in terms of finances. Still to this day, we reinvest everything back into it.
That's key.
And we've purchased what we needed to purchase along the way. It was never all here at once. And that was a huge thing to note. We didn't have anything at first.
Yeah, nothing was handed out. Nothing was given to you. No handouts. And it was just a step-by-step process. Little steps at a time. And it's not like you can't wait for like your ducks to be lined in a row.
No, you can't, because
wait
they're
for
never
everything to be
going to be.
perfect.
They're never going to be.
You wait forever.
Life is going to hit, and you're just going to have to learn to roll with the punches, right? Take it in the chin, but keep going because it's your purpose.
Yes, I love it, man. I love it. Purpose over pleasure.
That's right. Purpose over pleasure, man.
Thank you, Jay. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your insight, your advice. You've added some tremendous value to the community, and it's been fun. It's been unique,
been fun.
And I'm excited for the Rise Over Run and Uplift Fitness classes that are to come. We're going to have more information on that Burnaby, Vancouver location.
That's right.
Stay tuned. We'll give out the details. They're just in the midst of being worked out. So thank you again, Jay. Make sure you guys follow Uplift Fitness.
Yes.
Pretty Boy Jay.
That's right.
And subscribe to the Rise Over Run Vancouver YouTube channel for more business insight. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
It's been awesome, man.
Thank you.